Hello, friends. Day 57, bar is closed. Uncertainty. That is really what it's all come down to, I think, for me. A lot of my grief that I've created in my own life, or that has been projected on me, or that has somehow wound its way around my beingness, often, probably, is about, the fear of uncertainty. Once I became a father, the fear of uncertainty of would I be a good father, not really knowing what that even means. Outside of maybe some television version of it, would I be a good husband? The uncertainty of it. Am I going to make it professionally? The uncertainty to that. Am I gonna, all the uncertainty in life. And again, none of these are breakthrough conversations, right? I mean, I get that, but for me, the uncertainty is kind of the core key. And it's obvious that, in order for us to stop the pain and to plug the holes of abuse and excess and things that we do to cover up our pain, we have to embrace uncertainty. Change is the new constant. We've been told it over and over and over again. And I think it's just hard for the human being to grasp that, being where we've all been. But uncertainty, we got to embrace it. We got to love it. We got to trust it. I have to trust uncertainty. I have to embrace it and love it. And in that, I was, kind of pulling some notes together. And one of the things that really resonated with me was I was watching kind of, some holiday shows and things like that. And this quote came up from President Carter. Let me just find it real quick here. There is a time in everyone's life when they need to make the basic decision of what kind of human they want to be. I think he said man, but, we all know what that means, right? There is a time in everyone's life when they need to make the basic decision of what kind of man they want to be. Jimmy Carter. And, maybe that happens to some people young. Maybe it happens to some people in their midlife. Maybe it happens in multiple checkpoints over. I think, I've had times in my life where I set out to be a certain kind of man, and I think I lived into some of that. But I also think this is one of those super crucial times in my life where I had to stop and say, am I the man that I envisioned for myself? Am I trending in the direction going forward to be the kind of man that I would admire in myself? Can I take accountability and criticism from anyone around me who I love and want to be that kind of person for them too, right? Like, it's not obviously just about me, it's the relationships that I have in my life. And so, the drinking thing and my relationship with alcohol and just this decision to go super introspective and to dive into my own conversation with what does this boozy relationship with myself mean? I think that one of the key things that came out of it was, okay, it's a claim, it's staking a new claim on myself. I'm staking claim on myself and saying, I'm not okay 100% with who you're being, who you are. You're seeing that your relationships are struggling in some ways about you committing to being this person that you are without change, without compromise. And mostly what the outcome for me in that is that I need to feel my own feelings without the extra influence of booze. I need to know that what I'm feeling, the grief that I'm feeling, or the happiness that I'm feeling, or the joy that I'm feeling, or the elation that I'm feeling, or the sadness that I'm feeling, or the passion I'm feeling, these feelings are genuinely mine and not something that I just crafted up with a few drinks. And we've explained that earlier, right? I've explained that earlier about if I'm going to go out and meet my friends and I'm tired after work, I have a few drinks and I'll pep up. And there's just a million different examples of that. But what happens when you go through, I've gone through a breakup this year that has been pretty substantial in my life. And, am I experiencing the true feelings of that breakup when I'm drinking through it? Or am I experiencing the true feelings of that breakup when I'm sober through it? I've been through a lot of life changes this year, tremendous life changes this year. And it's now when I'm sober, I can trust that the feelings that I'm having are real, and I can actually, take them inventory on them, and I can start to take action on those feelings in a healthy way. And we've talked about replacement technology in regards to, replacement of non-alcoholic beverages, this and that. But now really replacement technology for me as well is, let me replace how I address my own feelings I don't just immediately go get a drink to help me with my feelings and then assume that that drink is going to help me navigate those feelings. And then, of course, assume that while navigating those feelings while I'm drinking, I'm going to be my best me and communicate how I'm really feeling more poignantly to either myself or the people that I need to communicate with. It needs to be recreation. It needs to be something that I do, for myself as a treat. And I need to be very wise and choose wisely about when I drink, but it's certainly not something I need to do to cope with my life. I don't want to cope with my life anymore. And I don't want to use vices to cope with my insecurity about not knowing what's next, of the uncertainty of life. I need to embrace the uncertainty, not cope with it, but live into it, lean in. That's where I'm at right now on day 57. I also want to just kind of leave it with, I'm going to pat myself on the back for good behavior after this is said and done. I'm going to give myself some leeway, just as if I was a grounded kid. I was a grounded kid. I am a grounded kid. I grounded myself, from my own doings to myself so that I can get a handle on myself. But given the time that I've been grounded, hopefully I have gone through and made some retributions to myself, and I've reconciled some things that need to be done. I can come out of booze jail feeling pretty good about how I do have a handle on my own life and my own ability to feel soberly and my own ability to make judgment calls on what's good for me or not. And ultimately to, when I say, put the bottle down, Heath, that you don't get to drink right now. You've abused your rights to do that. But as you live into these kinds of self-imposed restrictions on yourself and you come out of them, you can pat yourself on the back. It's not like, okay, you're done being grounded. Go out and see if you don't fuck up again. No, it's, hey, good job. I hope you've thought through this. I hope you learned something from this. And ultimately, you can go back to your life now, but make sure not to make the same mistakes that you did before. Day 57. Bar is closed.